Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's dive into this, because today we have a truly transformative explainer lined up for you. We are breaking down the actionable, completely game-changing concepts from Damon Zahoraidi's phenomenal book, Fast Focus. Listen, if you've ever felt like your days are just slipping away, like you're constantly busy but not actually getting anything done, you are in the exact right place. Think about the number 80 for a second. 80. That is the average number of times a person checks their phone every single day. Crazy, right? So if you're feeling unfocused lately, I need you to understand something right out of the gate. This is not a personal failure on your part. You are living in an environmental trap, literally surrounded by devices that are engineered from the ground up to steal your attention.
So I have to ask, does your day feel like scattered fragments? You sit down to work, you check one email, a notification pops up, and boom, suddenly an hour is just gone. A distracted mind is exactly like a camera lens covered in dust. You can try to take the picture, but you won't see clearly until you wipe that dust away. And well, today, we're clearing that lens.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be looking at the nature of focus, building strong habits, eliminating attention thieves, designing an achievement system, and finally, the ultimate goal, the power of flow.
Starting right off with Section 1, the nature of focus and the enemy of distraction.
The very first thing you need to realize is that attention, it's not this infinite resource. It's actually a rare mental currency, and it gets constantly, quietly drained by what's called decision fatigue. Every tiny, seemingly meaningless choice you make, from what to eat for breakfast to which message you should reply to first, it absolutely exhausts your mental energy. Without a clear plan, your brain just gets overloaded. It's kind of like a car engine running at max RPMs. Eventually, it's going to overheat and force a shutdown. And here is the true cost of that overheating. 20 minutes. Yep, it takes your brain up to 20 full minutes to recover its deep focus after a mere 30-second interruption. No way, right? You think you're just taking a quick glance at a text message, but actually, scratch that tiny distraction just cost you 20 whole minutes of peak cognitive performance.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, building strong focus habits. To effectively train your brain, we need a massive mindset shift here. Why? Because by default, your brain wants the easy way out. Motivation is honestly a bit of a myth when it comes to daily productivity. It fluctuates, it's weak, and it depends entirely on your mood. Habits, on the other hand, they are consistent, strong, and completely automatic even when you're dead tired. So we need to stop waiting around for a fleeting burst of motivation and start relying on ironclad habits.
Building those habits really comes down to a simple three-step loop: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Repeating the exact same starting rituals every single day, like sitting in the exact same chair, clearing your desk, putting on specific music, that acts as a powerful psychological cue. It builds new neural pathways that literally signal your brain, okay, we're doing this, it's time to transition into deep work.
But I have to give you a warning here. Do not try to overhaul your entire life in one day. Please, start small. Just 5 minutes of honest focus. Don't try to build 5 habits at once or force yourself into 3 straight hours of uninterrupted work on day 1. Your brain will massively resist sudden changes like that. Starting with just 5 minutes bypasses that mental resistance completely.
Moving on to Section 3, eliminating the thieves of attention.
I want you to think of your focus as a room. If you leave the door wide open, everyone and everything is going to walk right in and steal your energy. There are 4 specific thieves actively trying to break into your room right now: digital, environmental, social, and internal. And let me be super clear about this. Digital is the absolute most ruthless. Your phone apps are literally programmed by massive tech companies using specific colors and vibrations designed to hijack your nervous system.
So how do we lock the door? For digital thieves, it's pretty simple. Airplane mode and physically hiding the phone in another room if you have to. Environmental, clear the desk. Social, you've got to set strict boundaries with the people around you. But the sneakiest thief of all is internal, your own racing mind. The ultimate solution here is the brain dump. Right before you start working, just write all your worries and pending tasks out on a piece of paper. Get the noise out of your head so your mind can finally go quiet.
Section 4, designing a complete achievement system.
Now we're taking all these isolated tips and elevating them into a full-blown lifestyle system. I know your daily to-do list is probably super overwhelming right now, but here's the secret. You don't need to finish 100 tasks today. You really only need to conquer 3 core priorities to actually move your life forward. The whole rest of the list? Secondary.
Identify those 3 critical things before your day even begins. And you execute those 3 priorities using this timeline. Use your mornings for high-energy, deep work. Break that work into 20 to 40-minute focus blocks and immediately follow them up with short, recharging breaks. Save your low-energy, routine stuff for way later in the day. You see, it's a real game changer because you aren't just managing the clock here, you're strategically managing your mental energy.
Because you absolutely must remember that your brain is a biological muscle. You can't expect it to perform well if you abuse it. Quality sleep is what actually clears out the neural noise from the day before. You also need a strict mental diet, limiting toxic news and that endless doom scrolling. Ignoring your sleep or feeding your brain a bunch of digital junk food practically guarantees cognitive failure.
And finally, Section 5, the power of flow and consistency. Everything we've built up to this point has been leading to the ultimate mastery. We call it the flow state. It is this incredible higher level of consciousness where the outside world's distractions just fade away. Time literally seems to bend. Complex work suddenly becomes this seamless, creative process. And the rewards of this deep focus are just immense. Your comprehension accelerates, your memory sharpens, and honestly, you could achieve in 3 hours what takes an unfocused person 9 hours to complete.
But to stay in that flow, you absolutely must prioritize consistency over intensity. The real magic? It's in the daily rhythm. A small amount of consistent daily effort completely overpowers those sporadic, chaotic bursts of intense enthusiasm that just end up leaving you burnt out. Build the rhythm day by day.
The final, absolute, most crucial piece of the puzzle here is shifting your identity. Tell yourself this: I am a disciplined person. I am someone who achieves. I am someone who controls their mind. You're no longer just a person trying to do focused things. You are being a focused person. It is who you are now.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. What could you actually achieve if you stopped giving your mind away to everyone else? What will you focus on for your next 5 minutes? Don't wait for tomorrow. Clear your desk, close all those extra tabs, take a deep breath, and apply your new system right this very second. The power of focus is yours to reclaim. See you next time.